Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, the NTSB issues an update on the Calabasas Sikorsky helicopter crash. New aviation incentive pay rates are announced for the Army, and ABACE 2020 is canceled due to the coronavirus. Welcome, I'm Sophie Herlock. Updates on the investigation of the fatal helicopter crash, which killed all 9 people on board, including Kobe Bryant and his daughter, have been released by the NTSB. All significant components of the helicopter were located within the wreckage area. An examination of the main and tail rotor assembly showed damage consistent with powered rotation at the time of impact. The initial point of impact consists of highly fragmented cabin and cockpit debris. The helicopter was not equipped with a flight data or cockpit voice recorder and was not required to do so. However, the NTSB has been issuing recommendations to the FAA to require recorders on helicopters since 1999. NTSB Chairman Robert L. Sumwalt stated, "The NTSB is confident they'll be able to determine what caused and any attributing factors to the accident, so they can make safety recommendations to stop something like this from happening again." We'll be right back with Around the Patch.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Welcome back. It's time for today's trip around the patch. The NBAA is encouraging its New York members to make their voices be heard against Senate Bill 7135 and Assembly Bill 9053, which would eliminate the Aviation Jobs Act, cutting jobs and jeopardizing investments made to the state's aviation industry. The AJA was enacted as part of the 2015 state budget and made New York competitive with surrounding states that had already enacted similar sales and use tax exemptions to grow aviation business. The EAA welcomed high-level FAA staff to Oshkosh this week for the 16th annual EAA FAA Recreational Aviation Summit to discuss regulatory issues affecting general aviation and major policy initiatives. FAA staff from departments including flight standards, aircraft certification, and accident investigation and prevention were at the EAA Aviation Center on Tuesday and Wednesday for comprehensive meetings on a variety of crucial big-picture policy topics. United Airlines is expanding its aviat pilot programs with the purchase of a flight training academy in Phoenix, Arizona. The United Aviat Academy will give the airline more visibility and direction over the recruitment, development, and training of future pilots. United expects approximately 300 students to graduate from the United Aviat Academy in its first full year of operation. The San Diego Air and Space Museum is now offering a ground school. The course is based on the popular FAA-approved King School's materials and utilizes the considerable resources of the SDASM. The course is priced at $269, but SDASM members can take advantage of a $20 discount, and no additional materials are needed to attend. The museum is also offering a risk-free trial. We'll be right back with the rest of the news.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The Army implemented new aviation incentive pay rates in order to stay competitive with the civilian aviation industry. This increase in AvIP is the first in 20 years and will result in an increase in pay for most pilots in the regular Army, Army National Guard, and Army Reserves. AvIP provides long-term financial incentives to remain medically and professionally qualified for flight. The rates have not increased since 1999, and what used to equal almost 25% of a pilot's base pay declined to approximately 11%. The new AvIP rates, with some levels at the maximum allowed by law, combined with the recently approved 3.1% pay raise, provide the largest annual pay raise for Army pilots in recent history. NBAA has decided to cancel this year's Asian Business Aviation Convention and Exhibition, scheduled to be held April 16th through the 18th due to health concerns over the coronavirus outbreak. In remarking on the decision, NBAA President and CEO Ed Bolen noted, ABACE has always been more than an industry trade show. It is a platform for building business aviation in China, throughout Asia and around the world. NBAA and the Shanghai Airport Authority have an extraordinarily strong partnership, having worked closely together for nearly a decade to build ABACE into one of the world's truly great aviation events. We will focus on making ABACE 2021 the best edition yet, and continuing its critical role in promoting business aviation in China, across Asia, and around the world. ABACE 2021 is still scheduled to take place from April 13th through the 15th of 2021. And that wraps up your Monday edition of Airborne Unlimited. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. For more aviation and aerospace news any time of the day, head over to aero-news.net. I'll see you tomorrow.